Let's talk about the Streamlight TLR-7 Subcompact. Streamlight sent me this TLR-7 Sub for review. I'm out on the range testing some other things, so I figure why not take out the P365 with this TLR-7 Sub on it, send some rounds downrange before we start talking about this on the bench. Now, as you can see here, the TLR-7 Sub has a different back end than the TLR-7. You can see that the switches are on the back side instead of on the side. Now, there are two. You have a left and a right. Now, if you can see, I can push it down and hold it. It's temporary lighting. Or if I just click it, it will be on until it either runs out of battery or I click it off again. Now, as you can see on this one, I have this one set up for a Sig. So here is my P365, and you can just snap it on, and they give you this little plastic disc so that you can turn this and secure it to the gun. Now, when you want to take the TLR-7 Sub off, you unlock it, and in here, if I push the screw, you can see it's sticking out. If I push the screw, it'll unlock it from the other side, and you just pull it right off. Now, another nice feature about the TLR-7 Sub is that if you rotate the bezel, it locks out the buttons. Now, if I rotate it this way, you can see the flashlight works. Now, to give you an idea of the size of the TLR-7 Sub, here is a TLR-1 HL. And you can see that that sub is significantly smaller than the TLR-1. Now, if you're familiar with the TLR-1, you know that it has this rocker switch. And then the TLR-7 Sub has the buttons you push right on the back. Now, this TLR-7 Sub does have a strobe feature, but when you get the flashlight, it's disabled. Now, to enable the strobe feature, you'll need to click the button on the back 10 times, but you're going to hold it down on the last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see that flash means that you enabled the strobe. So when I double click one of the switches, you can see that the strobe feature is active until I click again. Now, if you want to turn off the strobe feature, you're going to do the exact same process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can see the light went out, and you can see that when I double click, it just turns on and off. Now, you can see that the TLR-7 Sub does stick out significantly in front of my Sig P365. Now, you can see on the P365, it sticks out about 3/4 of an inch. If you're on an XL, you're only looking about 1/4 of an inch, about the size of this bezel that's going to stick out in front of the muzzle. Now, this flashlight is powered by a single CR123A battery, and you get to that by unscrewing the front bezel, and there's the battery. Now, I kind of like that they are push-button switches instead of the rocker on the TLR-1. Now, you can see if I want to trip this using my trigger finger, it's real easy to do. Or if I have a two-handed grip, I can take my support thumb and come right down and use the flashlight. Now, I took this TLR-7 out at night to show you the difference between this and the TLR-1. That was the TLR-7, and this is the TLR-1 HL. The TLR-7 is only 500 lumens versus the 1000 for the TLR-1 HL. This flashlight only adds about 2.4 ounces to the gun, so it's not going to really weigh down the gun. You are going to feel a little bit of weight on the front, but it's not obnoxious. This flashlight's also IP7 waterproof, so therefore you can get some water on it and not worry about it. The other thing I really like about it is this is an aluminum body, so it's not plastic, so it's going to take a lot of beating And quite frankly, I'm hard on equipment. So having an aluminum body is going to be nice. That way I know that I'm not going to crack this thing open and then the battery is going to fall out and then I have a useless flashlight. Now there's several holsters out on the market for the TLR-7, but I'm not sure if they're going to work with the TLR-7 Sub. So I'm going to get some in and play with them and see what they're all about. But otherwise, I really like this flashlight. I thought it was well thought out. I like the ability to turn off the strobe, because sometimes you just don't want the strobe feature of your flashlight, and just by doing the keystrokes 10 times and holding on the last one, you can turn on or off the strobe feature depending on your needs. Thanks for watching. Hope you're staying safe out there, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.